Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. The 50 pence coin has been used for over 50 years, ever since we adopted the decimal currency system, with a whole range of exciting commemorative coins that you can find. But did you know there has been over 40 different designs that were not struck for circulation, or NIFC coins? There are some definitive design 50p's which were never intended to go into circulation, and we made a video on that previously. Today though, we're going to be looking at the commemorative coins, which if you find in circulation are arguably some of the rarest coins you can find, because they're not supposed to be there. Our first is the Battle of Britain 50p. Now I'm sure many of you are looking a bit puzzled here, because yes, this coin did circulate in 2015, however the collector's sets feature a different portrait of the Queen. Ian Rank Broadley's fourth portrait did not circulate, whereas Jodie Clark's fifth portrait is the one that you'll readily find in your change. This is the London Olympics Athletics 50p, which again did circulate, but on this particular coin you need to check the date. The design was created for a Blue Peter competition in the build-up to the Olympic Games. The whole set of coins was designed by the public, and to celebrate the Blue Peter winners concept, a number of these were struck and sold in 2009. So if you find a 2011 dated one, then that's a circulated coin, but the 2009 version was only made for collectors to buy. There was also this design for the 2011 London Olympic Games 50p coin set. Again, you might think that you found this coin before, but you need to look closely at the face of the swimmer. On this coin there are lines over the face of the individual. This was the original design but was changed at the last moment, with an estimated 600 being produced. So to be this coin it needs to have been the original design, broken out of its packaging, and then find its way to you in your change. It is about as rare as a 50p coin gets, with a circulated one easily fetching £1,000 and a pristine carded one recently selling through us for £2,500. Next up we have the range of Snowman 50p's. There have been one each year since 2018, and we are awaiting the release of the latest coin in the collection, which will feature the Snowman and the Snow Dog. These are the silver proof versions which came out in colorized version, but the Cupra nickel versions in 2020 and 2021 also had colorized versions. 2019 marked the 50th anniversary of the 50p, and a special 50p to mark this occasion was released, with a special privy mark to the bottom right and detailing in each of the corners of the coin. Britannia returned to the design, having been replaced in 2008 with the Royal Shield of Arms design as the new definitive image on our coins. This wasn't the only coin to mark this occasion though. With releases of a number of older 50p designs minted for 2019 sets, although the designs did circulate in previous years when they were first released, these restruck designs did not. These coins were released over two sets, the Culture set containing a Britannia, Kew Gardens, Scouts, Girl Guiding and Roger Bannister 50p. The second set was a military set and sees the inclusion of the Battle of Britain, Battle of Hastings, Victoria Cross the Medals, Victoria Cross Heroic Acts and the D-Day 50p. So if you find one of these coins in circulation, you need to check the date on the obverse of the coin. If you get one with 2019 instead of the original issue year, then you found yourself an NIFC 50p. There were also two Gruffalo 50p's as well in 2019, the first being released in the spring and the second closer to Christmas. Both of these coins mark the 20th anniversary of the book The Gruffalo, which I'm sure many of you either remember being read to yourself as a child or reading it to a child or family member. The Innovation in Science series began in 2019 and has commemorated great scientists and science over 6 coins, finishing the series this year. But it has begun and will return to the £2 coin in 2023. The astrophysicist Stephen Hawking was first up, followed by the chemist Rosalind Franklin, Scottish inventor John Logie Baird, mathematician Charles Babbage, the discovery of insulin, and then our second mathematician, Alan Turing. Now we do need to mention that the Royal Mint did confirm that the Alan Turing 50p would circulate if there was demand for it, but we haven't had confirmation as of yet, but none have started to show up in our change so far. With the recent release of the Queen Elizabeth II Memorial 50p's and the news that this coin will circulate, it seems unlikely that the Alan Turing 50p will get a general circulation release, but we live in hope. After 3 years of circulating design, Peter Rabbit rounded off his last 2 years on the 50p without being put into circulation. He appears on these two coins in 2019 and 2020. The previous 3 years saw some really popular and standout designs that got a lot of new people, especially younger people and their parents, into collecting. In the past 2 years, he's moved denomination to a £5 coin, which has typically been launched around Easter. Another two favoured childhood characters, Wallace and Gromit, celebrated 40 years since their debut film, A Grand Day Out, and this coin was struck to honour that. Now the Wrong Trousers turns the big 4-0 in 2023, so Nick Park's creations may return to the Royal Mint then. In the build-up to the 2020 Olympics, a 50p coin was created and included in that year's annual coin set. However, we all know how 2020 went, with lockdowns throughout the pandemic, so this coin was shelved and released individually in 2021 after the Olympic Games were delayed by a year. It still features 2020 on the reverse, given that the Games was still referred to as the 2020 Olympics, but on the obverse you'll find 2021 on the later released versions. Either way, neither of them went into circulation. The Dinosauria Collection came out in 2020 with 3 coins featuring a Megalosaurus, Iguanodon and Hylaeosaurus, all 3 in colorized and non-color versions. In 2021 we saw 3 more, this time titled the Mary Anning Collection, with a Temnodontosaurus, Plesiosaurus and Dimorphodon again getting releases with and without colour. We haven't had any other dinosaurs released since then, which is a shame because learning those weird names has been quite fun. The biggest set we're going to cover in today's video is the Winnie the Pooh collection. It began in 2020, totaling 9 coins over the span of the collection, 3 released each year. The first year we saw Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin and Piglet. In 2021, Winnie the Pooh and Friends, Owl and Tigger got released, and the set was rounded off this year with Eeyore, Kangaroo and Roo, and a second Winnie the Pooh and Friends. Sorry Rabbit, you didn't quite make the cut for your own coin. Again, these coins were released with and without colour. The 50th anniversary of Decimalization was celebrated in 2021, and of course the Royal Mint had to honour that, given that their current headquarters in Llantrisant, South Wales, came about to facilitate the change of the currency system which we use to this day still. We did see the Platinum Jubilee 50p go into circulation to celebrate our longest serving monarch, and the first to reach a Platinum Jubilee. But there was an alternative obverse on the head side or obverse of the coin. Rather than the Queen's 5th portrait, John Bergdahl used inspiration from the Silver Jubilee crown to create another variant of this coin, which again didn't go into circulation. We finish off with the Birmingham Commonwealth Games 50p coin. There was a single coin released to mark the event as a whole, but then 4 extra coins which feature a splash of colour and also privy marks, a nod to the 4 nations within the UK, a lion for England, a thistle for Scotland, a dragon for Wales, and a hand of Ulster for Northern Ireland. None of these 5 coins made it into circulation. It's been a bit of a whistle-stop tour through all these coins, but to get through this vast number of coins we had to go at quite the pace. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite, and if you could have had one circulate, what would you pick? Also, if you've managed to find yourself an NIFC 50p in circulation, let me know what you found. I've been fortunate enough myself to find a Megalosaurus 50p, which is really fun. Now be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to do and it means you won't miss out on any of our future uploads. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where we post lots of pictures of our coins. We're on Twitter and TikTok. We've got our shop and online store, but I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.